is situated on what began as an island in the fens. The abbey was built on the highest point and became one of the most powerful monastic buildings in the country during the 17th and 18th centuries. The name of Ramsey is thought to derive of a legend about a fight between a ram and a bull. The ram won, hence the name Ram's Eye, E-Y-E or E-Y, meaning Ram's Island. Medieval ridge tiles of a ram and a bull, perhaps made by monks and salvaged from the 1731 fire, can be seen on a property in the High Street, formerly the 18th century Anchor Inn. In 1636 and 1731, many properties in the Little White and High Street were destroyed by fire. The abbey was founded by Aylwin in 969. The church of Thomas a Becket was possibly built as a guest house or infirmary of the abbey. It became a church in 1222. In the 16th century the church had a wooden steeple which collapsed. The present tower replaced the steeple in 1672. Above the 12th century doorway is a stone panel with the inscription, "Take heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is." In the churchyard, among the beautiful old monuments, is the shaft of a 14th century stone cross, standing approximately 9 foot high. Unfortunately, the head has been lost. The almshouses are an important part of the square around the church. They were built in 1839 and the old elementary school with bell housing was erected in 1848. They are now all dwellings. The gatehouse, magnificent in the 15th century, once spanned the adjacent Hollow Lane. This being a very ornate part of the gateway, it was taken by the Cromwells to form an impressive entrance to their new house at Hinchinbrook. On the west side of Hollow Lane and opposite the gatehouse is the entrance to Ramsey Golf and Bowls Club, set in mature parkland. Follow over the golf course on as far as Flagholt Common, an attractive grass and wooded area which runs parallel with the High Street. To the rear of the George as far as Muggleston Lane. It was originally known as Abbott's Walk, believed to be because the abbey monks walked along the bank to Bury Church. Continue over open fields to the 12th century Church of Holy Cross, Bury. Through its cemetery to return to the Ramsey Golf Course. On your way, in the distance, a view of the 12 wind turbines situated at Redtar Farm, Tickfen Warboys, and also a beautiful view of the Abbey. Leave the golf course by the archway adjacent to the Abbey rooms in the High Street. Turn west for a short distance, and then north into the Great White. Great White, an unusually wide street caused by the covering over of Bury Brook, which originally ran down the centre of the Great White as an open waterway, navigable by small boats. Beer used to be delivered to the many pubs along the Great White by boat. The Jolly Sailor, dating back to the 17th century, is a survivor of those days. Work began in 1852 on a culvert from the southern end of the Great White to the northern far end near the mill, now known as Ramsey Docks. In 1854 water was diverted into the tunnel and the wide road laid over the top. The town clock, known as the Dummy, was erected in 1888. Ramsey Market came into being in the 13th century and is now held every Saturday on the Great White. And the Grand Cinema, an Art Deco building on the eastern side, now stands disused and forlorn. At the northern end of the Great White, known as the Ramsey Docks, and also Factory Bank. It's a turning point for the boats, up to 60 foot long. Bilfen Marina is situated at the end of Factory Bank on high load.